traditional one, but imagine traditional characters. I think the character with the most strokes is like 30 or 40 strokes. So, and you have to remember them. You have to remember the order, otherwise you're not going to be able to write it in the right way. So, thanks God for the simplified characters, because the traditional ones are crazy. But 11 is okay. We'll manage. Because you already know the first part, this one, because it's the same as me. So the first stroke is the same as me. Second, same again. All same as with me. And then, if you want to write the part downstairs, it starts from number 8. So first you put a little stroke here. Then a really long one here. Oi. It's like a little hook. This part should be little. And then one in the center. And one here. Okay? So let's try to practice the lead. Yeah, you can just follow the steps on the presentation. It should be easy. Or at least easy.
Checking in.
Experience. Sorry, we usually do more talking during the class, but today I wanted to do the characters because
It's fun.
yeah, is it?
What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. But when you start to write the characters, it's really annoying because you do something and it looks different, but you don't know why, because you did the same movement and you're like, why doesn't it look the same? And then you practice.
Oh, no.
Very good. Thank you so much.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
My daughter said, right anyway.
Yeah. It takes time. You have to practice and practice. It doesn't have to be like exactly the same as the picture. Just try to. If your hand is too stiff and you try to copy in the very exact way, it's not going to work. So just try to be relaxed and like it's a little bit like a painting. I know it's you. Nice, very nice. Oh, very nice. But you put this one as the first one, no?
No,
No?
after
Okay,
finishing
okay,
this
okay.
last, then
Follow the order, because in this way you can remember it better,
Yes.
and it will just get automatic and you will write like.
you are
You're writing too? Yes. Try to make the knee a little bit small so that it can get what are you eating? We're lazy to write more. Yeah, it's good. It's like
Yeah. So just half of them.
No, I mean, telling me, this is me.
Okay.
This is definitely, this is me. I think.
Me. Yes.
N,
N-I-N, yes. Me.
N-I-N.
This is me. It's written here.
Me.
Yeah.
Me. Second tone.
Me.
Me. Me.
Me.
It's a little like a question in English. Me.
Me.
Yes. Me. Your voice comes from down and goes up. Me. Yes. Oh, it's a bit. Maybe you can try to put this one into the middle of this.
So you also learn Chinese from you also learn Chinese.
Nice, very good.
Continue.
Okay. It looks good. It looks good.
I think this part is a little bit too long, so if you will it. I think this so far. Because this one does, it's a little bit round, it's not that flat. You see this one? Yeah. So it's going to make it a little bit like a round book. Nice. I tried to make the a little bit smaller, the part on the top
Oh.
a little bit smaller so that the part on down can be bigger. So it's like two similar size. Yes.
Oh, like this one. I will check. Yes, very nice. Yes. If you make it smaller, it looks a little bit better, no? Because if it's too big, the second one is not really too big. Yes. Yes, it's too big.
Small?
Yeah, yeah, it's good.
So even higher.
Maybe make this one
Or
on the top.
half
Make it a little bit smaller. Like in this car, and then in the other car, we make this one.
I want to go. Everyone's
Yeah, they will have to use it.
Let's move on to another character. So how many? Nine. 9 strokes. That's not that bad, huh? But there are different ones from the ones that we were writing down. So let's.
And maybe I can do this actually.
So I have the same square as you do. And we start in the top of the square. Here in the left part with just a short. And then second stroke goes like this. This is one stroke, yes. Number 3 goes like this. Number 4 is in the middle. Oh, that's it. Then number 5 should be longer than the square. Oh. Then number 6 is a little bit longer than the one we did before, but it's also from the top going down. Number 7 is again similar, but longer. Yeah. Number 7 goes from the middle of the square, like this. And then the last stroke comes from the middle of the 7th stroke, straight down.
Susanna, what word is it?
This is quick. It means expensive, but it's also a way how to ask somebody for their surname. So, 你贵姓 is this quick. G-U-I. So let's practice this one. It doesn't mean surname. It means what is your surname.
We are asking.
It's in that sentence.
Ni
the
Kuei.
verb is yes, 你贵姓.
Asking politely.
Yeah. Asking for that. So let's practice quick. Yes, very nice. Try to make the square on the top a little bit smaller. characters are really big. This one stroke, this one, this is one stroke, and this part is also one. Yes. If you do the part, if you do this one, try to make it a little bit round. It doesn't have to be so.
Okay. Not that it's clear.
Yes. It doesn't have to be so hard. You know what I'm trying to say. Yes. I think it's a bit too wide. You don't have to fill the whole area of the square actually. So. Don't do it so wide. And this one a little bit more on the top of the center of this square. Yes, also it's very wide. So let me show you. Maybe you can do this one here. It doesn't have to be that wide. Yeah. Try to make the square a little bit round.
Space there.
Yes, it looks like it. So you should make this one a little smaller. And more round. You don't have to fill the whole area of the square actually. You can leave a little space. Such a nice student. You don't have to put it so in such a big scale. It's going to be smaller. You don't have to put it small. You're very precise. Nice. Let me try to make it stronger. This part doesn't have to be so wide. It can be smaller. Now this one is actually very good. Because I think this one is the one that you type on the computer, so that's why it's so rigid. But when you're writing with your hand, it can be a little bit loose. And the squares can be a little bit more round. And like so it's quick. I think we're getting to the last character. Xin. So this is Xin, surname. Wei Xin. And it only has 8 strokes. So it's pretty. So the first one is the same as it's a woman again. So we already know how to write woman, right? Like this. This woman. And then the part of the character on the right side, this one means it's sheng. Sheng, which is the word in Xue Sheng. But in here the whole thing is Xin. So it's just a part of the character and we don't actually read it, but it has its own meaning and it can stand as a one whole character. But in here it's connected with the nu, the woman, so it's read as Xin. Sometimes Chinese characters can be very confusing. So I don't know if it's better if you know both of the parts or if you just remember the thing as a whole. Maybe it's
Better to remember thing as
the
a
whole.
whole.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just better to know that this thing is Xin. That's it. End of the story.
There is not the basic knowledge of characters.
Sorry? Basic
Like in
knowledge.
English,
No.
we have characters like A, B, C, D, and we can make any sentence.
No.
In Chinese, no. We have to remember each one.
Yes. So That's why Chinese people, when they are learning English, maybe you know, they just learn everything by heart. They learn the whole book by heart. But that's because they're used to it from Chinese, because that's how the language works. You have to. Because otherwise you're just, there is no way, there is no way out.
Letters are there in Chinese?
In Chinese there is around 50,000 characters in total. But if you want to have a conversation with somebody or read a newspaper, 5,000 is enough. 5,000.
50,000.
50,000, but it includes all the characters in very old books, the ancient things that are not used in the modern Chinese anymore.
We have to learn about 5,000.
5,000,
Then we
yes.
can read.
I think for HSK 1, I think it's 800.
800.
Yes. It sounds like a really awful number, but you see, this one are already 2. This is new. This is Sheng, and together it's Xing, so it's already 3 characters. So it goes fast. It's not that bad. Okay, let's learn Xing. So the rest of it, the stroke number 4 starts close to the nu, in the upper center of the square here, and it's short line. Then number 5, look at this. Number 6 is also a line, but it's a little bit shorter than the first line here. So maybe like this. Oh, it's not showing. And now we cut it through and make the last line here.